Hi everyone. I want to talk a little bit more about nature, the nature of things, the nature of us, the laws of nature. I know in my last video I touched a little bit on, whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel kind of like in your own stuff, turning to nature for the answer, for the process, how to process. Um, and so just considering the idea that, returning to nature, a natural way of being, living naturally, that doesn't just mean um, having a more natural state of being, or like going back and saying bye to modern civilization 100%. Part of it involves us using nature as a teacher, understanding the natural rules, the paradigm of the dimension that we're in, and not just what we were told we should agree upon. And, the laws of nature are not written, they are experienced. So, taking it a step further, when you begin to understand your nature, the nature of who you are, you understand the laws in which you're subject to. So change your nature, change the law. That's how you create a paradigm shift. So paying attention to your current nature and what part of that was given to you and willfully, almost ignorantly taken. Some things, I'm sure, serve their purpose, and that's for you to discover. But there are some things which aren't naturally of you and not naturally of nature, in our current dimension. And so a lot of what we experience is handed off to us. There are a lot of suggestions that we're subjected to on a daily basis. And so part of our nature is choosing. Part of our nature is having options. Part of our nature is having an opinion, which then shapes our experience of things. And so for instance, if our nature is to be grateful, then naturally things that allow us that chance to be in that state of grace, that state of gratitude, flow to us because we are grateful. And when we are ungrateful, the same thing. There are things that come in our way that we could easily be ungrateful for, but as soon as we choose to become grateful for them, they shift and we see the purpose in it. Is that making sense? And so, what is your nature? Is your nature to judge? If so, then you're also going to be judged. And that will be the nature, the law of the land, the law of the dimension, that the reality that you interact with. So get really serious about living naturally, going back to your nature, whatever that is. So the things that we want can totally come naturally, as long as we understand this whole cause and effect. You cause something and then you're affected by it. Plain and simple. And I'm just saying this just as a basic reminder, saying it in different ways. All of us who share knowledge, share experience, share wisdom, we all say it in just a little bit of a different way. Our voice, our authorship, our authority is a little bit different. And so it just takes someone saying it the right way for it to click, because you can hear these things a million trillion times and be like, all right, like I get it, yeah. But like, do you get it? Have you practiced it? Have you experienced it? Have you been tracking it? Because sometimes we're just unaware of the ways in which we move, of our nature. and the laws we subject ourselves to, the permissions that we give. And sometimes we are the ones that are really imprisoning ourselves. We're the ones that have to free ourselves. And if we're going to have a huge shift and ascension and rise up to the next level, we also have to be personally responsible for ourselves, for ourselves, for ourselves. Because all of our cells come together and they create a larger body of experience. And so that's where our responsibility comes in as a whole. You know, it starts with us, it starts with the individual. So pay attention to your nature and how you naturally go about things. You know, and if there's something that requires adjustment, be with it, observe it, experiment with it, so you can see what there is for you to experience with it. And so that's really all I have for you right now. I think I'm going to do a reading for my next video, so stay tuned for that. Bye.